back. Let's finish this problem off. Now the second part of this is we say, all right, let's consider all these rational zeros, and we start testing this, don't we? So we're like, well, let's plug in, how about 1/6 for our k first? And when we do this, I should get rationals, or I should get a remainder of 0. And then I know that x minus 1/6 is a factor, right? And if 1/6 doesn't work, then I try negative 1/6. If that doesn't work, I move on, right? And I got to try all these, but the problem is I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I got 14 different problems. So we're going to shorten this process and go ahead and use our TI-89s when appropriate for a problem like this. So let me walk over here to my desk and pull up the 89 here. Let's see. Okay, let's punch this in. So if I'm from the home screen, I go yellow F1 or whatever color that is, F1, and I go ahead and we punch in 6x to the 4th. That's 5x plus 6. Okay, so we punch that in. Boom, there it is. 6x to the 4th plus 7x cubed minus 19x squared minus 5x plus 6. Okay, we go ahead and zoom standard right down there, number 6, zoom standard. Here you can see it there. Maybe. Come on. Alright, there it is. Alright, so you're looking at this, you're like, boy, it looks like I got 1, 2, 3, 4 crosses, doesn't it? 4 of these crosses. So you're like, well, you know what? Let me start tracing this thing, see if I can figure out. How about let's look at that one right there. What do you think that is? Because it's not negative 0.633. That's a little above it. You know, negative 0.886. A little below it there. What is that 0? Okay, and it should be one of these, hopefully one of these possible rational zeros. So if you're looking at our list, you're like, well, it's between 0 and negative 1. It probably is that negative 2/3. Let's test it. So I hit trace, negative 2/3. Hey, there it is. That's essentially 0, as good as your calculator can get for this one. Negative 2/3, right? And so you're going to say, oh, okay, let me start on my, let me go back to this. Back here, okay, so negative 2/3 is going to work then. Hit 2/3, right? Because we're factoring. What we're doing is we're factoring this 6x to the 4th plus 7x cubed minus 19x squared minus 5x plus 6. We're factoring that, right? So I got 6, 7, negative 19, negative 5, and 6. Okay, so that's 6. Okay, that's negative 2 over 3, negative 4, that's 3, negative 2, negative 21, that would be, what's that, 14, 9, 6, 0. There we go. Okay, so this factors into, first of all, we know x minus the k. In other words, x plus 2/3 in this case is a factor, right? This is why we had that division there. And then our answer will be 6x cubed plus 3x squared. 6x cubed plus squared minus 21x. Looks like that's a plus 9 right there. Okay. And now, see, now we got to continue factoring. We only have x plus 2/3, but now I'm looking at this, right? I'm like, okay, that's a cubic. I can't just straight up factor that thing. So let's go back to our calculator. And let's pull another one from this graph. How about this one right here? It looks like that's between 0 and 1. Looking at my list of possible zeros, I'm like, well, is it 1/3? Nope. How about, looks like a half would be another option. 1/2. Ah, there it is. You see the 1/2 comma 0, 0.5 comma 0. So you're like, yeah, 1/2. That's my k, 1/2. So now Go back here again. So now I can use a half. Okay, so I know x minus a half is a factor of this, isn't it? Well, it's a factor of the original quartic equation, but I also know that it'll factor out of this cubic 6x cubed plus 3x squared minus 21x plus 9. So I'm going to use that 6, 3, negative 21, and 9. And I know it's going to give me a remainder that's 0 here. Hey, it worked, right? So this is going to be 6, it's going to be 1 less, x squared plus 6x minus 18, right? That's what I'm going to put in right over here. 6x squared plus 6x minus 18. Okay. So now I'm to